have some very exciting news. There is somebody very special I want to introduce you guys to. Before I do, though, I'm just gonna share a little bit about him, the things that I love about him. I decided that it was time for me, to share my life with somebody. And many of you have been following my journey and might be surprised by this, but it just hit me that it was time. Yeah, like I said, to share my life with somebody. And I found the most perfect match for me. He is wonderful. He has an awesome personality. He is silly, he's funny, he is extremely active, which is good for me because it gets me out and about. He loves to go running, but I can't really do that right now with some injuries I have, but I ride on the bike next to him. And he also loves swimming, which I am not about swimming, but he loves it. So I sit on the sidelines and I watch him swim. And he's going to be a big part of my life. And so this is the reason that I wanted to share this with you all, because you're going to see a lot of him. He's wonderful and he's already brought so much joy to my life. Some other things about him are that he loves the outdoors. And when I first met him, I found out that he loves to go hiking. So I'm excited to do that with him when I am able to. We also will be going camping. So my camping adventures are going to look a lot different. And I am trying to figure out how to go about changing my whole camping setup, because my little car, there's just not going to be the room for it anymore. And he's so very affectionate. I can be a very affectionate person with, certain people, and he is very affectionate. And I really, really like that about him. Overall, it's been great. It's been about, a little bit of time that we've known each other, and I just felt that it was time to let you all in on this part of my life, this new part of my life, and share this all with you. So with that, I think that that's probably covers most of it. So let's go ahead and introduce you all to him. Are you all ready? I'm ready. Here he is! Here he is! This is, excuse me! Come here, sir! This is Sir Ace. He is my rescue dog from the Humane Society in Murray, Utah. He's very playful, like I said. He's very, very active. He loves to run. Come here, Acey. Come here, my pretty boy. Lexi, come out here, please. Lexi, Adele. So Ace, I'll tell you a little bit about him. He is 4 years old. He actually turned 4 on September 23rd, the same day that he actually got his balls chopped off as well. And it was the end of March. I decided that I just had the strong feeling that it was time for me to get a dog. And I have been talking here about getting a Rhodesian Ridgeback, when I'm ready. I'm not quite ready, yada, yada, yada. But I just felt very strongly that it was time. And I went on to the Humane Society of Utah website and looked to see what dogs there were. I did look at fostering first, but then I thought, oh man, I'm just gonna get way too attached to foster. And there were a couple of dogs that I was interested in looking at specifically because they had a description. The main one was a Husky Australian mix. And the description talked about how he was very active. He was, like a herding type dog. So his focus was very, very on the owner. And he was already pretty well trained with like walking and running and coming, and a pretty active dog. So Mr. Ace was also listed on the Humane Society's website, but there was no description for him. And his name was actually Panini on their site, because what happens is a lot of dogs will come in with the same names, and so the Humane Society, at least in Murray, renames the animals that come in just because they don't want like a bunch of Bellas or a bunch of Aces or whatever other dog names that are extremely popular. So Ace's name was Panini, and he did not have a description at all, so there wasn't anything about him, and he was a lot bigger than what I was looking for. So I thought his listing was cute. They didn't have a lot of pictures of him or anything, and come to find out, it was because that was actually his very first day out to be adopted. He'd been in not quarantine, but quarantine for a couple of days, getting all of his health checks done, making sure he was all good, and they neutered him as well. So I went there, told my mom about it, and it was interesting because on I-15, when you're driving where the Humane Society is, they have actually she was somewhere else on the freeway, but anyway, they have a electronic billboard that cycles through some of the dogs that are available. And my mom's not very observant sometimes with a lot of things, and she noticed a dog, and she's like, oh yeah, I saw this dog. His name was Paul. And I was like, yeah, I saw that dog too. But so it was interesting that she kind of like clued into the dogs there. And my point is, like, I just think it was kind of meant to be. Anyway, we get to the Humane Society. It was on a Sunday, and I took that dog out that I thought was gonna be maybe my potential dog, and he just really was not interested. Like, his focus was on all the other dogs that were playing out outside, because you can take them out in the outdoor kennels and interact with them and throw the ball and walk around with them and just sit with them and get a feel for them. But there were other dogs in the other kennels, and he was just interested in them, and I just really didn't feel a bond with him. So my mom and I went back inside and we walked around to the other kennels. But I will say, before I took that, I'm going to back up, before I took that dog, his name was Ernest, out. That's what they named him. We were walking around to all of the different sections in there. They base it off of size of the dog. And Ace was in the bigger dog section. So we came walking up. I was in the lead. I was walking up, going from kennel to kennel, looking at the dog. And I came across this kennel. It had an orange interior. I'm really bummed that I did not get any footage of it, but it was orange, and Ace was just standing there in the middle. Hello, my sweet boy. Yes, he's my lovers. He's my lover, baby. So he was just standing there in the middle of his kennel, standing up. His ears were down. Like, he wasn't excited. He wasn't necessarily depressed. He wasn't thrilled, but no, thank you. I don't want your kiss. But as I come up, I see him, and he was so cute. Okay, because you can see his color is like kind of a gold color, and the orange of the kennel just brought out his color, and he is a big dog. So when I saw that as well, him being big, I thought, oh my gosh, this dog is a little bit big. And immediately I was like, whoa, he is super skinny. And he is still skinny, but his ribs were really showing. So I get there, and then my mom comes up, and she locks eyes with him and he with her, and she did not even take her eyes off of him, and she says, he's beautiful. And he really, I mean, he is. And in that kennel, I wish I would have had I was not thinking of getting him at all, because he's so big. I was not looking for a dog as big as him. So we walked around to the other dogs. I took out Ernest. There wasn't the connection there. We came back in. There were some other dogs I had my eye on. So I went to the front, and it's really great because you can say, hey, can you tell me about this dog or that dog or this dog? And so there were a couple of other dogs I asked about. And one in particular, their history wasn't ideal for me, They were kind of like a timid dog, not housebroken, a little bit smaller. So I had passed on some dogs because of that. I wasn't like super interested in them. And then I asked, can you tell me about Panini? What is his story? And they go, the dog who likes hiking? And I was like, what? Yes. Yeah, I didn't know, because he didn't have a description. And they're like, well, today's his very first day on the floor, and he was actually brought in, 3 days prior by his family who was homeless. So he was a homeless dog living with his family, and they ended up being able to find housing. And unfortunately, they were not able to bring him with them. And you can tell how loved and adored and well cared for, despite being thin. You know, he's living on the streets. Like, how well cared for Ace. That's what they named him. That was his original name, and I've stuck with it. But you could really tell how loved he was. And it touches my heart because I feel so special that I was able to find him. And I think about his family all the time and how much they just must miss him because he is such a good dog. He loves men. A lot of times you're going to come into shelters and a lot of dogs might be fearful of men because they don't have experiences with them, but he loves men. I take him to the dog park and he runs to the men, okay, with the ball. He does not come back to me, okay? And I think it's very endearing. I love that he is like that. And I feel honored to be able to have him, and I just want to, you know, give him the best life that I can and love him because I just feel so lucky that I have the opportunity to have him because they took care of him. His family took such good care of him. And it had to have been just the worst thing ever to have to give him up for adoption.
All right. Oh, you smell Lila. I brought. Okay. Oh, Panini. Ace. Heel. This is my new dog.
But I'm grateful that they did and that I have him. He is a ton of work. He has so much energy. It is unbelievable. Okay, he's 4, so he's the equivalent of what, a 32-year-old, but this dog can go and go and go and go. He loves toys. That reminds me of Lila. Lila still gets all the attention, okay, that she ever has, and she is my number one. Lila is my calm, sweet, easygoing, chill kitty cat. Ace is complete opposite. He is high energy, loves toys, loves treat. He is not very food motivated at all. And by treats, I mean like, you know, the chew, like he had some pig ears, okay. He is not a vegetarian. He had some, they're called canine kebabs. I've given him some, they have some really crazy treats for dogs. I did not know, but beef trachea. Yeah, so he loves these kind of treats. But in terms of like treats that you use for training, that's a little bit of a different story. So he's not very motivated by treats in that way. Sometimes I can get him to work with me with his training with certain treats, but not always. So it's like night and day with him and Lila. And later I can go into how it has been introducing him to Lila and how Lila has received him and how even my family has received Ace, and he's just such a wonderful part of my life, and I feel like it was just meant to be. That weekend that I felt like, you know, I need to go to the shelter. I mean, the timing for me in terms of like my injuries that I've been dealing with, not the best, but we have figured out some things, some different exercises. I ride the bike while he runs. We go on a 4-mile, he runs 4 miles, I'm riding the bike, and he can keep going. Can keep going after that. He loves the water. So my mom's backyard is the lake. And that has been extremely difficult because he'll go in the lake every single time. So I have to have him on a leash if I don't want him to go in the lake. He ended up going into the lake this morning. So we just decided to play ball in the lake and he got a lot of exercise. But then we took him to the dog park and there was a guy there and a woman with their dog. And of course, Ace was going to that guy and wanting to play ball with them, or him, I should say. Yes. Are you a good boy? What is this? Let me see. So he's wonderful. I'll have to insert some clips of him because he is not really gonna stay still for the cameras, but I'm excited for the future that I have with Ace and taking him outdoors. Are you handsome? Are you so handsome? Oh gosh, Ace. Ow! I did not feel good. As I said, he loves toys. He is obsessed with balls, okay? Throwing the ball. Obsessed. loves it, will do it all day long. I'm sure that's what he did the majority of his day with his previous family. And he's just on the go, 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 because I think that's what he did. He's on the go, go, go. Some things that we've been working on him with for training are, he already knew how to sit, shake, lay down. He doesn't like to lay down, but I can get him to lay down, depends on like what treat I might have for him. And he is not good about doors. The Humane Society told me he's a door dasher. I'm like, what is a door dasher? When a door opens, boom, he is through it. Huh, are you through it? What is this? Oh, so after we went and adopted him, Grandmom, Ace, and I went to PetSmart, and Grandmom completely outfitted him with all of the things that he needed. I had nothing. I brought one of Lila's leashes, okay? I was not planning on getting a dog that day, but I was definitely open to it, and I did not have like an actual legitimate dog leash. So Grandmom got him his bed, she got him dog food, she got him his dishes, she got him a lot of toys, she got him treats, she got him his first Chuck-It ball, and she loves him. I don't doubt that if I didn't get him, she might have gotten him. She absolutely adores him. She has been on the floor with him, playing with the rope tug toy, and she's been wonderful. And I really appreciate her letting me get a dog, because I just said, you know, Mom, how would you feel about if I get a dog? Because I'm staying with her right now, and she's been wanting me to get a dog for a while, but I was not ready, and it just hit me. And so she's been wonderful with him, and she adores him, and he adores her. But we've been in training with him. He's already been to the vet, so I've had him for a minute, and I do have some videos of his progress, and you know, me getting used to him getting used to me, and how that's been going coming up. So you will get a chance to see that, and I am totally in love with him. He is wonderful. He's great. He brings a lot of joy to my life. So stay tuned for our adventures with Mr. Ace and Lila. She is still included. Okay. And hopefully some camping here pretty soon. So we got some changes with that coming up. Ace, do you want to say goodbye? Do you want to say goodbye? He's like, what is that all about? Do you want to say goodbye to the people? You want to say goodbye? Arr, 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 arr. Oh, I don't have a good grip. Ow. Okay, he's very strong. Oh, no, Ace, stop. Go. And there's Lexi in the background. Rah, rah. Okay, Ace, say goodbye. Bye. Bye. Whoa, 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 whoa. Non-stop play. Bye, AC. Can you say bye to the people? Can you say bye to your people? Okay, that's enough. It's gross. Bye. P.S. I almost forgot. I am curious to hear what you guys think his breed is. What do you think he is? Comment below. Besides a beautiful good boy, what is he? Oh, he's so sweet. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. Oh, yes, he's look at you, you're so cute. Are you the cutest boy ever in the world? Are you the handsomest boy? Yes, you are. Oh, yes, he's half kitty cat. He's beautiful and he's half kitty cat. Okay. Sorry. He's so cute. He's so cute. We love you. We love you. Okay, we are settling in for the night. It has been a very active evening, and Ace is excellent. He is excellent. He's so great. But he is not one for laying around and chilling, which is fine. Is there a mousey under there? Because we had a mouse. Maybe he'll get it. Oh, careful! That's freaking... You're gonna break it, bro. But something I really discovered. Ace, you shake? Shake. We have not been in this room yet. Ace, can you shake? Okay. Really? That's the first time he's laid down. And that's his bed. But as long as you do that, you're such a pretty boy. You're my good boy. Yes, you are. Do you know what a pup cup is? We can get you a pup cup. Yeah, he's so sweet. He's great. Careful, please. You know what a pillow is? Excuse you. Okay, we got it. We're gonna turn in for the night.